Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Navis Nobilite. I am Captain Zelnick, and we are continuing the Orc Battleship overview. And we are talking about the Slamblasta Battleship at a whopping 295 points. It is a 12-hit battleship with 20 centimeters speed, 45-degree turns, 2 shields, 6 up front armor with a 5 up rear and side, and 3 turrets. Now, this vessel is a little bit different than orc ships. It has a prow guns battery at 45 centimeters at D6 plus 6, a prow lance battery at 45 centimeters at strength 2 out the front, dorsal launch bay D3 plus 1, and the standard heavy guns, port and starboard heavy guns and guns at strength 6 and D6 plus 6 respectfully. It cannot come to new heading, and you may co-opt leadership and take torpedo bombers if you so desire. This vessel has lances at 45 centimeters. It is the only orc ship in the game that does. And as a result, it costs an arm and a leg. Now, the handy advantage of this is that this is a nice, tough battleship that can fire at decent range and cause reasonably good damage with its prow weaponry. Now, it's a little undergunned by comparison. It's still cheaper than even the Desolator battleship as a result. It has a lot of advantages with the standard orc setup, which is it's tough, it's hard to kill, and it has a decent speed. What you're going to find when you use this is that you aren't really motivated to get as close as the other orc ships. It is probably the least orky of the orc ships, simply because you want to use the lances along with this really good weapons battery option. So you're going to find that this thing is going to be kind of hanging back, shooting with the lances and then hitting with guns, while your other ships are going in to soften the enemy up, and then you'll be moving in with the Slamblasta as a cleanup crew, far more of a individual ship brawler. Because ultimately, this thing does not have the firepower to really risk or hazard a lot of enemy ships that are as big as it is. Against smaller ships, it's definitely effective, but against battleships, it's really not sporting the firepower that it needs. It's really effective if you have other ships to help it out. So, ultimately, the Slamblasta is a source of a lance in the Orc fleet, but it's really the least orky ship because it really pushes you to not want to get close. And that could be particularly disconcerting for your standard orc player when a lot of what the orc fleet tells you to do is get in as close as you possibly can and pulverize the enemy in boarding and assault and fight bomber attacks. So that's the Slime Blasta. Thank you all for listening. We're going to go on to the next battleship here real soon.